Hi guys, welcome back to Miscellaneous Pleasures. I actually, yeah, I did not record anything yesterday, and I'm actually lagging behind on Stranger Things. We watched three of them. I watched episode four for both Queen's Gambit as well as Stars. So the thing is that I have actually planned to do Queen's Gambit and Dark today as well because I just loved Queen's Gambit and I like it's like the thing is because I'm with this YouTube channel and stuff like that, I don't want to be doing binge watching because I'm not in a position to record every time I watch a show or whenever I'm free. I can only record at a certain point of time in a day. So I can't binge watch. So it's been difficult. Uh, and currently, Dark and the Queen's Gambit have been the ones that have impressed me the most, or at least impressed me more than Stranger Things. But I have also planned to do two Stranger Things episodes tomorrow. So it's going to be Dark and Queen's Gambit today, episode 5 of 4, and Stranger Things episode 4 as well as 5 tomorrow. And this video is actually Queen's Gambit season 1 episode 5. Um, I just saw that it's called the fourth. Fork is a very interesting title. I think maybe we are going to have or we are going to see Elizabeth have to make some sort of a decision in her life where she has to sacrifice one piece or the other, or maybe she's put in some sort of a position like that. Maybe I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out. But before I get into the episode, I actually wanted to talk about something else. Uh, okay, just a second, guys. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. I actually had some issues with the placing of the screen, the display screen, as well as my face. Anyways, now that we are here, I actually wanted to talk about a couple of YouTube comments that I got yesterday. Both were regarding Queen's Gambit. Um, yeah, so I might as well show you them now. You won't be able to see my face. Doesn't really matter. The first one I wanted to actually, you know, tackle was this one. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah. The thing is, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce your name because I'm pretty sure I'll mess it up. He basically, he made a point that, you know, if I make a point about something, then I don't need to repeat it. And he has done that for the second episode's reaction. I'm not sure where I did that, but I do understand that I have a tendency to do that. Maybe I did it for a different purpose. I'm not sure. But you know, thanks for this piece of advice. I'll keep that in mind in the future, starting from today. And yeah, thanks for that because whether or not he was right or wrong about it, he felt that he should mention it. And thanks for doing that. I did not see that reaction back, so I'm not exactly sure for which time or which part of the reaction he or which point he has mentioned that for, but fair play. And there's another person. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Is Alina C. Uh, Basically, Alina wants to point out that at the end of the day, that green pill was a tranquilizer. So, and it was a 60s, so maybe it was illegal at the time. And even if it was illegal, it may not be a hard drug. So, that sort of an issue wouldn't have been present. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I mean, I was probably looking at it at that situation from a 2020 sort of point of view, where perhaps I'm not sure about how the things were back in the 60s. Somebody can knowledge me about that in the comment section if you want to. And so, that actually may not have been an issue. And even in this, I haven't actually heard of anybody being caught for anything like this, any sort of drug or something like that. I have there's this famous one which I don't know any specifics about, where a person basically had some sort of an chess engine in their lip balm. Yeah, I've read that title multiple times, but I'm not sure how true or what sort of specifics was there in that sort of situation. So yeah, that's that. So that. So yeah, thanks for those comments, and you know, please keep them coming because that's really supportive. So let me get into the episodes. What happened last time. We obviously saw Elizabeth's mother pass away. That sort of sucked. And we also saw the asshole father. Yeah, I hope he doesn't come back in the show. Like, I don't want any sort of redemption arc for him. At the same time, I don't want to see his face or hear his voice again because, you know, he's just a yeah, he just brings negativity into my mind. All the positivity that happened or is happening around Elizabeth's life. She's winning games, she's progressing in her career. Even though she lost to Borgov, I think she has made a name for herself now by this time throughout her career. So yeah, I don't want that negativity. Secondly, what else? We have seen those two reception guys that we saw in episode 2. We have seen them thrice now. In 2 they came, in 3 also they made an appearance, in 4 also they have made an appearance. So, maybe they'll come back. The Towns guy, we did not see him last episode, so maybe he's also due for a comeback. How big an actor he is, I don't recollect seeing him in anywhere else. So I sort of have that familiar feeling, but I don't know where I've seen him or if I have seen him. Now, obviously, the Game of Thrones guy, right? I mean, he has to come back at some point of time because you don't cast an actor like that, of that repute, and not have him feature after that one sort of episode where even there, he featured for like one scene, second scene, and probably like 3 or 4 scenes at max. So yeah, I'm expecting him to see this episode, maybe next episode. He has to come back. And obviously, we are going to have Elizabeth play the Borgov guy at least once, maybe twice, thrice. That should be interesting to watch. And what else? Yeah, I do recollect because I just watched the episode 4, 3 or probably watched it 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah, I do recollect something like, when Elizabeth's mother gives her the watch for her graduation, she happens to say that, I have this tournament in Mexico and I have the US Open Championship again. So maybe we are going to see that in this episode. And then and she also mentioned that she has a tournament in Paris after this one, 2 weeks after the US Championship. So maybe that's something that you're going to see the next episode, perhaps, or maybe even in this episode. I was actually having this doubt in the last episode when she mentioned this that uh, that Paris tournament was probably what we saw the first scene of first episode. Maybe that's the like connector, like you know, complete the circle and then continue on forward. Maybe that's that. Uh, and if this episode is definitely going to be about US Open, then surely this is the episode we see the Game of Thrones guy again. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think it's about time I start the reaction. I have changed the audio slightly. I hope it's not bad. Like I have been messing around with the certain aspects of sound editing, and the problem is, every day I'm coming up with new variations to test out how they are coming out as. So originally, I did not use any sort of noise editing. I used to do obviously video editing, but not noise editing. But now I'm using those noise suppressors, your compressors, your gates, and stuff like that. So yeah, going to be slightly here and there for a couple of days, few reactions. But yeah, stick with the channel, and you'll obviously see an improved version sooner rather than later. Anyways, it's about time I start the reaction. Uh, yeah, so here we are, episode 5, season 1 of the Queen's Gambit. called both. I am worried about her, to be honest. I don't know if there is any time jump in this episode, but I'm worried about her mental state, considering she has addiction issues.
To me. Mistake. Look, I'm in Lexington for the summer, and I thought maybe.
I might be the only one who feels weird about this.
Some training. I know, you're better than me. But if you're gonna play the Soviets, you need help. Where are you? I'm on my way to the Phoenix Hotel. I'm moving to an apartment on Thursday. I can come by then. Why don't you come over right now?
Wait, wait. Like, what just happened? Like, Beltica is the guy who was like yawning and came late, right? He's that guy. Uh, I'm not saying that he's not a nice person. Or anything. He's obviously arrogant, but I'm sure he has he is has a good heart right now. Whatever he just said, but yeah, that was so out of the blue. Like so out of the blue. Like if at all anybody I would have expected who would have offered Elizabeth help with a training or anything of those sorts, or even a friend, I thought it would have been the town guy or the Game of Thrones guy, because at least the Game of Thrones guy is sort of has given her advice before, and he obviously beat her one. So yeah, this is weird. And this guy is driving a what?
A pinch wakes you up, too much dulls your senses.
Where'd you get that from? A fortune cookie?
Mrs. Greco, my second grade teacher.
Huh.
This is a weird sort of.
Gotta stay open.
It feels like a crossover that I did not expect, and I like.
Like this King Knight pawn say, it's death.
It's a good sequence.
It's Malachine. I'm saying I got it from a book.
I know what you're saying.
Let's eat.
Okay, so is this her version of probably learning that, you know, this is something I think I touched upon last episode. I don't know if it made the reaction. I'm sure it did because I don't cut stuff like that. But I said that, I think it was one of those scenes where her mother was basically saying her to get her life. I was like, yes, reading a book is important. Just because she's an intuitive player doesn't mean that everything comes from intuition. You have to learn something, you have to remember something, you have to understand something. And that's how intuition works. This doesn't come out like, you just wake up and realize, you know what, I want to play that sort of a position. Like in any part of life, right? Not just chess. So even if you're studying maths or science or stuff like that.
No?
No. But I can't figure out what's different.
I'm a master.
Dude, this guy, like, uh, I don't know, just have. Oh shit. So
You could move in here if you want. You know? For free.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
wait, I know that this is dumb, but have they had sex till now? Because I had a feeling that they had the last time this guy just moved out of the house the night. But then I got a feeling that they didn't. This is sort of weird. I don't know what's going on now. I have a feeling I'm going to find out. He has this.
Now or never.
He has this sort of seductive sort of look. Okay, so that definitely did answer my question. Oh, this one,
This too.
this one, this guy. Game of Thrones guy.
You wouldn't rather just steal it? You gonna be there? That tournament?
Damn,
Yes.
I had no idea this guy knew.
Hey. Breakfast is almost ready.
Uh,
I have taught you everything I know, which admittedly is not a lot. I've got to start studying. I'm supposed to be an electrical engineer, not a chess bum.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm moving to that apartment.
how long has
It's
this been?
closer to the university.
Because I'm sorry for pausing again, but yeah, last episode that scene. I'm sorry, I know that I'm repeating, but uh, they, she did mention that the test, the US test open was like, I don't know, she said like 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks later or something like that, and the Paris one was 2 weeks after that. I thought that all of this was going to be in a month's time. It almost feels like this guy has been in this house for 2, 3 weeks probably, and they have
I'm
known,
gonna leave you.
You're wrong, you know.
or this these
You taught
24,
me a
25
lot.
minutes have been about
I'm really
a
glad
month
you
or so.
helped.
I'm glad I could be here with you, you know? The pride and the sorrow of chess. And then he retired at 22.
You think that's gonna be me?
I think that is you. I think maybe it's always been you. Be careful, Beth.
Wow, like I mean, I don't know how long this guy has been in this house. I imagine a month or so. But yeah, this scene was absolutely fantastic. I know that it did not make it to the reaction because it was just long and I did not react to any part of it. Like, I did not make any comments or anything, but yeah, that was just fantastic. Yeah, gosh. And I think we have just found a weakness. I have always wondered, right? I'm not sure if Beth is a good chess player, good speed chess player. And I think it's because, yeah, I think she's just a thinking player rather than an. Yeah, she has been called an intuitive one, right? But I don't think she's experienced these sort of things. And I think she's going to lose to this guy every single fucking time. Or be in a worse position more often than not.
When you're alone, I mean, play all the way through them.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, but I guess she probably has to take the pill to do that. I don't know what they're getting at, but I'm kind of. Yeah, I feel like this is probably she has to win this, right? She has to progress to the next level at some point. Guessing this is going to be it.
Well, I never thought you'd let me trade queens.
You didn't think so either.
30 moves. Jesus. You know, if you keep doing this, you're going to end up washed up by the time you're 21.
I like your hair.
Okay,
Huh?
wait, why?
Yeah, sure you do. What about Moscow?
4 Soviet chess players is a lot of Soviet chess players.
Murderous. But you're the only American I could think of that might be able to do it.
I went to pieces with Borgov in Mexico City.
When do you go to Paris?
In 5 weeks.
Well, you'll need a good trainer. Not Harry Beltic. Someone better. Someone more mature.
Towns.
Who'd you have in mind?
I have a feeling it's going to be Towns or him,
Can you
obviously.
come to New York?
I don't know.
You can sleep in my living room and you can leave for Paris from there.
That's very nice of you, but I'm not even so sure I want to go to Paris anymore.
What are you gonna do instead, huh? Get drunk?
Now that you mention it, yeah. Feels pretty good.
Beth,
Borgoff made me look like a fool.
that's because you weren't ready.
I don't even know if I'm good enough.
You're the best there is. You beat me.
Okay, fine. I'll come to New York.
Great. We'll leave from here. I'll drive us.
When?
Tomorrow. Afternoon. Once everything here finishes up. Oh, and about sex? Forget it.
Teach me tonight. Did you say I got a lot to
Okay,
learn?
this is wow. I mean, this was the end of the episode. I did not see that. I mean, I did not even recognize the amount of time left. What was this episode? Like, can someone like explain this to me? What just happened in this episode? Like, after the death of the mother, yes, obviously we saw the US Open Championship, and I'm guessing fifth episode is this, right? And this has 7 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. So the sixth is definitely going to be Paris, seventh is going to be Moscow or Moscow. I don't know. All my life I've called it Moscow. Not the point. Point is, this was a very anticlimactic. I think that's the word that summarizes this episode and summarizes that Benny Watts versus Beth Harmon sort of matchup. Because, I mean, for one, I did not expect the first 27 minutes of this episode, or 27, 28 minutes of this episode to go with like only the Harry Beltic and Beth Harmon, not Harry Beltic. If you had told me that this was going to happen, I would have predicted, probably Towns guy. It's probably even Mr. Scheibel. I mean, I know that he's not as good a chess player as any of the other players, but yeah, that was just completely out of the like expectation, completely out of the expectation, and I felt like, yeah, I will not cut that part. I mean, I'll cut that part where the Celtic guy gives the speech, but I'll not cut my one statement that I made after that. Was that scene was fantastic in my opinion. Like in the way we saw him see the green pill right at the beginning, and then he had those few weeks. I don't know how much time he stayed with Beth, but that was like, he taught her stuff. Those were probably not the most important ones. The smaller ones, like it's always like, in any situation, it's not the big things that matter the most, the small things that matter, that count here and there. And I felt like he did those small things well. But at the end of the day, he did have his limitations, and I feel like, yeah, I felt like this was always coming, this Benny Watt training at Harmon thing. But right now, I feel like a complete idiot if I try to predict anything that's going to happen in the next episode or the seventh episode. Because come on, I mean, for all I know, we're never going to see this Benny Watts character again. For all I know, the story is probably going to pick up from directly the end of the Paris tournament, where she probably plays Borgov, or she probably, I don't know what sort of a tournament that is. Whatever that is, this whole episode was anticlimactic. Like, I thought that we are going to see Beth Harmon versus Benny Watts again, but he's, I mean, we did see that in the speed test, but I mean, in the speed test, one thing was obvious that she basically lost everything, especially after showing that sequence of scenes. Then to show that she comfortably beat Benny Watts in the US Open finals, yeah, I think that was weird. Like, I'm not saying that she's not capable of beating him, but you don't show such overwhelming differences between the same set of players in two different type of games. Yeah, yeah, that was weird for me, to be honest. And if anything, at least if they had showed the game, I mean, I predicted, right? I mean, even though it was only like a couple of seconds, but I basically predicted that she has to beat Benny Watts here because she has to level up at some point of time. But did not show the game at all. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that. But yeah, this episode, it was a good one. It was a good episode. I certainly did not expect a lot of the aspects in it, but good episode. Uh, what else? Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I mean, again, like, what else do I have to add to what I just saw? Because her whole like yeah, she has this seductive face whenever she has the pill. First of all, second of all, whenever she's around the guys, and one thing that I was kind of disappointed with the show till now that they haven't had anybody be her friend and not just a sex partner along the chess. Like, when Towns guy, we saw him the first time. I mean, there was obviously some sort of tension between them. And that was kind of obvious that was always going to end up that way, even though that did not completely materialize, but it did materialize to some extent. And then, when Beltic came, I thought that she was going to be a friend rather than that sort of a, every guy she meets or every guy she has some sort of a relationship need not be sexual. And obviously, they hinted towards that towards the end of this episode where Beth sort of thought of those things with respect to Benny Watts, but then he obviously, I'm not sure if he's not interested or if he is not interested in women at all or whatever that sort of situation is. I don't think it is relevant to the show anyway, so I don't really care about it. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that they did not show a friend. Like, I thought Beltic was the perfect guy for that because he lost to her once, and you know, I thought that sort of a relationship with Beltic and Beth would have been perfect. But for some reason, they went towards that sort of a route, which I don't think was necessary because that sort of a storyline, even after in hindsight, right? I said this in the beginning, but even in hindsight, if he had only been a friend rather than that relationship that they had, I don't think it changes the story. They don't need to change the story at all. They can have all the events that happen. You can let it happen. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that. And I'm also kind of disappointed now with the fact that they are hinting at that pill thing again. It came back uh, again this episode. And I feel like, they're basically hinting at the fact that she's probably a better player when she's having to act pill. And I actually do not want to see that happen, but it seems like that is happening. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. This has been a very good episode. I will be back with this. I don't know when. We'll be back with this later because tomorrow I have two Stranger Things episodes to watch, and now I have actually Dark to watch. And tomorrow is a Friday, and Saturday. Actually, Sunday I have an examination. But I don't know if I'll make anything on Saturday. Maybe I'll be back with this. Maybe I'll have some football or cricket or something. I'm not sure. Maybe a like half an hour, one about some other topic apart from TV series. Probably I'll do. So I should be back with Queen's Gambit. Rather, I'll be reacting to it probably on Sunday or a Monday, which is 15th or 16th, and you guys will be able to watch it. I'm guessing about before 20th of November. Yeah, I think that's the time frame. Because even this episode, you'll be probably able to watch only after 15th or 16th. So, anyways, that's all, guys. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay with the channel, stick with the channel because good content coming up. And leave your comments because your appreciation, criticism, feedback, advice, they're all supportive, right? I'm happy to read your comments and any advice that you have to give. So thank you so much.